Hi, I'm Chris Collora, and I'm here with director and filmmaker Mariya Pyter. We're here to talk about her career as a filmmaker and her new movie, House of Smoke. Hi, Mariya.
Hi, Chris.
So first of all, what made you decide to become a director?
I started working on sets in Russia, and at that time I was taking every opportunity. So I started as a production assistant, and then I moved and was doing assistant director jobs, but at the same time I was taking opportunity to be a host on TV. I discovered that I want to try myself as an actress, so I tried myself in supporting roles in movies and in theater. And when I moved to the United States, I graduated from New York Film Academy. At that time I discovered that I do like to be behind the camera sometimes, because I like to tell my story. I started to remember then when I was a childhood, I actually liked to step on the riser and just tell a story. Of course, at that time, my only audience were my family and friends, but that was okay. You cannot forget your passion, right? So I came back to that, and I'm graduating from UCLA directing certificate the next year. I have my secret notebook, where I keep all my ideas. I want eventually to become feature films. And I just know this is my passion, because I'm willing to dedicate my life to master this skill and to bring those ideas to the screen. I was involved in several supporting roles in feature movies like Play James Play, and also I was involved in short movies like A Ghost Story, and it was a challenging short movie, and as an actress I had to portray a dead person who discovers that she's dead, and now she feels like she wants to revenge the person who killed her. That was challenging. As for directorial works, I always getting inspired by classic stories, like classic love and death stories, and I do believe that all in this universe is about love and about death. And I do love Master and Margarita story, Antony and Cleopatra, Romeo and Juliet, Bonnie and Clyde, Little Mermaid, you name it, it's about love. I also enjoy watching and making experimental movies, and I do like to experiment with characters. For example, my short movie, Born to be Wicked, is a movie about abandoned doll who regains consciousness and discovers pleasures of being alive, as well as pleasure to be wicked. Or sometimes I have inspirations from different characters, like my little mise-en-scene, The Soup, which portrays and features Charlie Chaplin. I do love Martin Scorsese a lot. I can watch his Casino, Gangs of New York again and again. I do like his high contrasts, colors, complex camera movements. Of course, Alfred Hitchcock. His work, his movies is a mixture of noir, comedy, suspense, blood. And what's good about his movies is his character is never safe, and that's what really drags you into the story. Russian cinematography has a great history. Among my favorite Russian directors are Sakurov. He brought to the screen one of my favorite stories, Faust. He also shot a 96-minute one-take feature film, Russian Art, which takes you to the heart of Russian Museum Hermitage in St. Petersburg. And because I was raised and graduated from St. Petersburg University, I can appreciate the beauty of this museum and beauty of architecture and treasure of Russian culture. Psychological thriller is one of my favorite genres, and one day I was sitting in the library and reading the analysis for Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick movie, and I discovered that his screenplay was based off the story of Arthur Schnitzler. He was the novelist of the beginning of the 20th century. So I picked up his book and I read several stories, and I absolutely fell in love with the story The Dead Are Silent. It's a very simple story. It's seemingly simple, but it's a lot of behavioral aspects to it. And I couldn't help it, but I started writing a script the same day. Emma, who is the main heroine, she's in a relationship with her lover, but she's having a husband, so she's a cheating wife. And it's a classic triangle. It's a very down-to-earth story, but it's also a lot of psychology behind it. In my opinion, talent doesn't have a gender. It's personality what makes it. For me, as a director, I have to have my vision in order to bring it to life. That's what makes a difference. I think in the end of the day, it's all about human being. It's all about human nature. Some directors gravitating towards entertainment mostly, and that's understandable because it's business. Some directors creating masterpieces when you're leaving after the movie and you want to think about it again and again. And it even may change something in you, and this is the value of cinema.